Hello, this is Tron, but Tron tells the truth. In Norway now is a new poll out. Say that young people, now that means young people, it means people under 30. I'm not in that category, as you well know, I'm 47. But young people are in favor of the European Union. People who don't know Norwegian history must know this, but Norway are not a member of the European Union. We voted no twice, one in 72 and one in 94. In 94 I was a young idealist, 19 years old. I was in the no movement. I was not a nationalist. I was like center, left at that time. But the European Union was something that's going to swallow us. Norway has a little bit complicated relationship with the word union. When people turn to say talk about union in Norway, it means occupation. Well, like we had like 400 years on Denmark and 100 years on Sweden and so on. But a lot of things have changed. I don't see the European Union as I once did. I traveled more, I talked to more people, and I, get access to more information. As I grew older, my politics views also changed. Well, I'm not more conservative. Versa, I'm more to the left now than I was when I was young. But when you grow older, you change. And I also have changed with time. I was very happy when I saw the poll. A lot of other people was too. But then came the doubt. The same doubt I have every election when I see young people riding in the streets and hanging up banners and posters and make a lot of noise and with big engagement on Facebook and everywhere else. But I'm never positive, because when election day comes, people are not voting. Yeah. The majority, you can talk about the silent majority and so what, but the silent majority have an obligation and the right and the possibility to vote. Well, there are strange voting laws in the United States, but things can still be changed. We saw that in the last election. I don't think things are going to change in Norway. We have a big generation of people who want better, more radical environmental politics. I feel an old generation who doesn't give a flying fuck. They are harassing young people because they don't want Norway to get that independent on oil. They are going to win the election, even if they are a minority, because the majority of people who vote are 40 plus. Young people doesn't bother. And in Norway, that's even stranger, because it's one country where it's easier to vote. Is in Norway. Next year is a local election. But we can see how local election also can bring out change. A lot of initiatives done in the big cities when it comes to environmental politics, building buses, local trains and so on, have been a big success. That later become national politics. A lot of our social politics, who's now for the whole country, started in local cities and small villages as an initiative from the bottom. So you can change the society from bottom up. But that's not going to happen, because I'm afraid the next local election, young kids are not going to vote. I will tell you how easy it is to vote in Norway. It started early voting only 2 months before. You can vote some places at high schools, the library, any time of day. It's a big box standing on the center square here in Bergen. You can go in 8 hours a day to vote. Early voting starts extremely early. And they have a system used that you can change. You can have very big power of which candidate you want to go into the local government. Of a big list of many names, you can give personal votes on that list. So you can change a lot. But that's not going to happen. You say you should not blame the young people. But I do blame the young people. Because how do they think the world gonna change? Okay, maybe you want a system with more direct democracy, and don't like politicians and all kinds of things like that, and I do get it. But the only way to change things today is people sitting in those offices and voting for what you mean. And if you want them to vote for what you mean, you have to elect them. Yes, you have to elect them. And sometimes they're not perfect, but they are people with power. The political system is not going to change. We're going to have now a pro-European country. A lot of people who want to change the world, but they're not going to have any voice because they're more willing to scream on Facebook in demonstration and do what really counts. And what really counts is, yes, you know what, voting. This was Tron, where Tron tells the truth.